Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Decided to do an outside vlog early in the morning because, you know, it's a lot cooler outside and there's not as many people. It's more peaceful and quiet, you know. It's not like I just freaking go out for a walk every now and then. I actually feel better because, as I said before in one of my videos, that place is haunted. Don't really feel like documenting it, it's just gonna piss it off, so I'm just trying to deal with it. It really fucking sucks. I'm constantly dealing with that spirit there. And any skeptics who say, oh, it's just your head or something, well, as soon as I went over to my Uncle John's, I stayed there for 4 days, nothing like that happened. And it was actual time I got to have a full sleep. Otherwise, it just wakes me out of my sleep. Like, I can be sleeping for 1 hour and wake up from a friggin' nightmare. It's insane. And because of the haunting, like, no, that ain't, like, natural. Like, in the sleeping process, people dream before they wake up. But this, it's like changing it so you friggin' dream when you fall asleep right away. Yeah, that was actually the first time I actually got to friggin' have a good sleep when I was there. Because otherwise I just get woken up every hour. And I thought it was just like maybe bad memories, but no, it ain't bad memories. It's the friggin' house. When my friend Sebastian said could move in with him, that would be good. He's got the same size place and everything. Anyway, at least his is out of the block, because it affects everyone in that whole block. Like, all the friggin' 8 neighbors, it friggin' affects them all too. I have no idea what the friggin' next door neighbor conjured with their Ouija board. I guessed it, like I could sense that someone did that before I even heard her say that she did. Because I could sense it, because like when we first moved in, nothing was wrong whatsoever. And that's a big reason why I do talk about topics inside and stuff, because it's easier to relax and be able to talk outside. that place definitely needs to be something done. For sure. At least friend Sebastian friggin' was in another block. It is pretty bad, like, it's obviously, I was thinking, oh yeah, it's insomnia problems acting up again, but no, it ain't, because when I was there, I slept peacefully the whole time, completely, and then as soon as I get back in that house, and it's not that it's scaring me or anything, it's not. It's just somehow able to control my body and make me wake up from nightmares after falling asleep for an hour. I don't know how I can do that, but I can. God, man. Freaking crackheads and damn meth heads friggin' screwing with the friggin' Ouija boards and shit. God. Like, just making my life a living hell. That's all it's doing. Even though I'm not going to buy anything, just nice to take a walk because I'm out of the house, you know. And like a lot of times there, you'll know when the presence is around, you'll start to feel dread and anxiety for no damn reason whatsoever. But then when you leave the house, it's gone. It's attached to the house. I guarantee they didn't just play with the Ouija board, they probably literally summoned it to the house and allowed it to come and live in the house, basically. Like, they didn't just play with the Ouija board. Like, what the hell? How is it affecting the whole block? Like, what kind of friggin' demon did they summon out of that damn thing? Usually it only affects one person's place. One house. But it's affecting the whole block. Like, I wonder, I should friggin' search up some ghost questions about that. Like, have ghosts ever haunted whole blocks? I guess if it's enough of them, only knows how many they summoned, so yeah, probably is possible for them to haunt blocks. Blocks, I mean buildings, basically. It's just like a big building with all duplexes connected. I watch a lot of the Ghost Adventures and all that, and I never saw a freaking whole block haunted before. Ugh. It's not even fun or spooky to report either. Like, it's not. It was at first. That, like, because it was just doing weird things, you know, like knocking stuff off. So it's kind of like, ooh, spooky, and it wasn't really bothering me. It was just friggin' like, oh, maybe not a big deal. But it's gotten worse. wouldn't doubt it because they think they're haunting a whole block. They're probably feeding off so many damn people, it's unbelievable. Like, it all started with stuff getting knocked down and all that. And then eventually, we started hearing freaking hisses from nowhere. We got cats. We were like, oh, maybe it's the cats. And the cat's laying right beside us, sleeping. So, there's no cats to hiss. So it's getting worse. Whatever it is. And once in a while I get friggin' get a break sometimes where I just pass out. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not like I'm scared to fall asleep. Every time I fall asleep I get woken up. So eventually you just give up because each time you fall asleep you're freaking instantly getting woken up by a nightmare. And I actually thought, oh, maybe it's because of all the Grand Depression when I was staying at the shelter and all that. But because I was dreaming about that, so I thought maybe it's that, but no, it ain't. Because it doesn't happen when I go to other places to sleep. And plus it's affecting freaking our neighbor Tony. It's affecting him too. You can tell he's right wiped out. I guarantee he's not sleeping because of that too. Because I researched and then all, I went online there to research so I know stuff about it. So I know how to stop and all that. Sage and all that. I don't even know where to find sage around here. Probably have to order it online. Like, I can tell when I saw Tony last time, you can tell he's right super exhausted, probably getting woken up every hour like it's happening to me. It doesn't happen all the time, constantly, but because there's probably a lot of people for that to feed on in that whole block. Eventually it starts feeding me, right? Sit down for a minute. Yeah, just a lot more easier doing outdoor vlogs, I find. You know, more comfortable doing videos outdoors. It's cool I got that light set up now though. Which is pretty cool when I'm doing like an inside video or something, but kinda like going for walks in the morning. It's not a bad hotel. Nothing compared, like you guys saw it in the vlog. My Uncle John's apartment was friggin' insane. I loved the living place like that. That's for sure. It's crazy how many videos I'm doing, but can't sleep. Doing videos helps me cope with it, you know. In the sunrise. Shot of that. At least on the first. Should be able to move in this Sebastian. It's crazy, man. I'm glad Sebastian friggin' got his life fixed together because he was stuck in the shelter booth. It's nice because not many people get it, man. Like, they friggin' keep seniors waiting forever. And you know why? Because they only friggin' let people in there with disabilities or whatever. And the worst part is most of the disabilities people are having, they get the person to forge it. There's a lot of corruptness that goes on in here. Like, there was this guy friggin', can't even remember, Nick or something. He friggin', like, he was in that place in this cross where you get your own room and all that. Instead of having to share a room with freaking 8 people, they say, oh, you need to be have a disability to stay there. And then I asked Danny, does your brother have a freaking disability? No. Exactly, they friggin' forged the papers. It's ridiculous how corrupt it is. Like, he's getting disability stuff when he doesn't actually have a disability. There's a bunch of forgery going on in bathrooms, but it doesn't seem like anyone's doing anything about it. What do you expect me to do? Call the police and then have them freaking harass me or whatever? They won't even care about the situation. They'll just come up with some other situation. That's what they always freaking do. So if any police see my freaking videos, I'm telling you all I know about it now. Do something. I'm not talking to you, any cops there, because I don't freaking trust you. You'll just start trying to friggin' say I'm on drugs and then friggin' do all kinds of shit. It's ridiculous. Or try to accuse me of burning down my own place or something like they did the last time. Oh yeah, and the part that there somehow, I have no idea how this is even completely legal, is that friggin' polygraph tests are allowed to be rigged. It's insane. Like, polygraph tests are accurate on their own. Don't get me wrong. They are accurate. But you're really going to trust a friggin' police officer to run it on you? You think they can't screw with the machine? Well, guess what? They can. And they're legally allowed to screw with the machine, too. That's the worst part. I don't even know how they're allowed to legally do that. Why do you think there's a lot of people in prison in the States? Like, God, makes it pretty easy right there. And then that 3-strike rule is stupid. It really is. Well, actually, no, it's only for drug deals. So as long as you're not in the drug dealing business, you're fine. If you get caught with some personal consumption, different story. That doesn't apply through. I remember someone in the YouTube comments saying that the 3-strike rule only applies to black people. And I laughed at that. That is not true at all. My God, it applies to any race. That's the freaking American law. Even me, if I was to go freaking become an American and sold drugs 3 times, be going into jail for life. I know it's a frigged up rule, which kind of makes me reconsider moving to the States. It's kind of, yeah, I know, right? They got some strict rules. Like, you don't go to the States unless you're rich. And that way, you can pay the police so you don't go to friggin' jail for friggin' 20 years or something for some friggin'... I heard some place in the States there, if you cut a cactus, it's 20 years in prison or something. They got ridiculous laws in some states. But it all depends on what state you're in. Like, America is good if you're in the right state, but there's certain states, they all make up their own laws. That's how it works, though. People in the state vote. And that's a big reason why the United States still isn't weed legalized. It's only in like 3 or 4 states that weed is legalized. In Canada, it's everywhere because they don't let friggin' provinces choose laws. Which is kind of stupid, really. Because Florida, the people decided to say, all they have to say is, I feel threatened, and they got the right to blow someone's head off legally. Like, they got some pretty friggin' weird rules. But I think they could probably handle America. As long as I go there with a decent amount of money. Live in the ghetto in America, it ain't good. Like, the ghetto in Canada is way nicer compared to the ghetto in the friggin' States. Like, you don't see bars all over the friggin' window and housing and stuff. They're actually right nice places. So Canada does got a lot of things running a lot better. But the thing in the States is, friggin' there's a lot of things, you know? It's the land of opportunity, literally. There's so many places with opportunities. That's the big thing. You kind of gotta sacrifice the place you like living to have a decent job and be able to retire. You know? God, I've been on it for 24 minutes. I didn't even know, jeez. I guess I'm that tired, I'm losing track of time. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end off the vlog there. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It means a lot to me. And until next time, peace out.